I'm part of Group B, and we're doing our project on the Iron Master for the assessment of the unmet need. And in my group is also Steven and Tizak. So next I'll be talking about the objectives, and basically the questions on our surveys were to define the PTA and locate potential customers, and part of our market research included learning the buying habits, establishing locations, and reasonable pricing. We also use those results to determine the CVP and evaluate the customer feedback. And next, part of our primary target was corporate workers who are between the ages of 25 and 65, male and female. Pretty much corporate workers are the people who have a bachelor's degree or higher, so they are the ones who mainly use the dry cleaning, who can afford it. And people who have an income of $45,000 or more, people who are busy at work. This is a convenience for them because it saves them time and they don't have to do this themselves. And another one was part of the locations. And the major supermarkets were one of the #1 locations, as well as corporate buildings or malls or even gyms.
Hello, my name is Tisok, and I will be talking about the survey details that we have, the results once we conducted a survey. Pretty much we got 14 people that we surveyed, about 8 males, 6 females, and because we want to target people with income of greater than $45,000, we actually got 45% of those surveyed people within that range. We conducted a survey with about 8 to 16 questions. So in each one of those survey people, they got a different set of questions. What we have is about how much they use dry cleaning on a monthly average, and we have about 79% of these survey people use dry cleaning about 4 times a month. They usually take about 55% of those usually take 5 items or more to the dry cleaning, conventional dry cleaning. 30% of those take about 2 to 4 items, and also 5% of the survey only do 1 or 2 items on a monthly basis. None of these people actually knew or heard of the new concept of doing dry cleaning with the Iron Master or doing it yourself. They usually do conventional dry cleaning, which takes a lot of time. Most of the people actually love and like the idea, and they even asked us if it's already available somewhere so they can start using it and trying this new concept of doing dry cleaning, self-dry cleaning. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the basic definition of this customer value proposition, which is pretty much when a person goes and make a payment in order to receive a service or a product. A vendor, in this case us, our masters, should provide a good service, fast service, a convenient service, so they're happy, and that's one of the reasons they choose us instead of the competition. Looking at the survey, one of the things that we found that the conventional dry cleaning takes too long to get the garments done, and it's about 1-2 days, and about 75% of the survey people, they wait too long and they don't like it. Also, we asked them if they will do the dry cleaning themselves, and 80% of those survey people say no. Another question that we have here is how much will they be willing to pay for the service that we are offering, and 55% of those say that we will pay $3 and above, 20% $2, and 50% say $1 or less. So now, are they willing to actually use the service if we provide those machines? 55% said they're very likely to use it, and 50% said that they pretty much will try it, although the rest of the survey people say that they want to see it, how it works. They want to see actually someone else experience it, try it, and then they might even try it too. Most of them actually, they want to see those machines open 24 hours, so that way they can pretty much go anytime they want to get the stuff done.
Now let's look at the customer impact. The most important factor in choosing our services is that first, we're convenience due to our location, because we are place our machine over at a downtown or a supermarket, and that's 35% of the survey is showing that they are pretty interested in our locations. Also, it saves time. It saves minimum driving, because on a drive to get your clothes down using our machine, you can also go to your supermarket to get your groceries shopping done. So that's why we put a minimum driving on the save time. And for the 45% of the survey, pretty like the idea, so they could get their clothes ironed. Also, they could shop for their groceries. And lastly, also save money. It's less than the conventional dry cleaning store. So we only have $2 to $3 per items, but we offer faster, instant result. That's why it's 20% of the survey like the idea that it also saves money. And we also asked our survey that they're the preferred method of payment. Since now and then people don't carry cash around that much, 40% of them prefer credit card payment, so they could on to go without paying cash. And the rest of 30% also prefer cash, like the traditional method of payments. And this is a minimum amount of people that prefer a rechargeable gift card, so they could physically put money in there, and once they use our machine, they just deduct it from their gift cards. Also, they prefer location to receive our services. That's why, like I mentioned before, a lot of people like to get their grocery shopping done while using our services. That's why 60% of the survey showing interest that we replace our machine at a major supermarket. And another 25% that suggests us to put our machine in a downtown corporate building area where they work. So let's go ahead and take a look at hybrid targeting. And we asked our survey what's their top priority when it comes to dry cleaning. And 35% of them are focused on the cleanliness of the item, and 20% of them focus on the speed, and 30% of them focus on the proper ironing steps. Is their clothes get as little line supposed to be, or etc. And the rest of them prefer their persistence. It's like about 15% of them. So most of the survey focus on the cleanliness and the speed that we provide. And right down here we have our hybrid targeting dimension chart. Like we mentioned before, our primary target area TPA is around 25, age above 25, and with below 65, which is working area, working group. Also, our gender, we provide our service to both male and female. And income, like we mentioned before, we focus on income of 45,000 and above. But what we found really interesting is that not only income with 45,000 above, actually another target area we could focus on is income that's above $35,000, because those salaries pretty much business office job as well. That's why we find out that we actually have an actual target group that we focus on income within $35,000 and $44,000. And our lastly, like education, just like we survey, like we target, is bachelor and above, which including university, graduate school, and PhD or doctor. And now let's look at overall assessment, our key factor to the unmet need, which showing that 65% of our survey really focus on their turnover time. So they don't want to spend that much time waiting on their clothes to be ironed. So that's why a lot of them, 65% focus on their turnover time. And which another 45% of them focus on availability, which we offers a convenience location like a supermarket and corporate building rather than going to a dry cleaning store. And we have a highly 70% of our survey showing that they want to save money using our service, because if you're using a traditional dry cleaning service, the range from $2 to $8 depends on the iron you like. But using our service, you only use minimum. We only charge you a minimum around $2 to $3 per each items. And lastly, another 35% of them concerned about the chemical, the harm chemical they use in traditional dry cleaning, which we don't use since we only iron your clothes for you, so we don't use any dry cleaning product or detergent. So here's our unmet need assessment.
Oh, so basically this concludes our presentation for the unmet needs, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you for your attention, and we hope based on the survey that our company with Iron Master will be successful in the future.
Don't know how to iron your shirt? Bring it to us, Iron Master.